Okay, I think I got it. So, hi, you guys. Welcome or welcome back. This is Misty with the Oracle Evolution. We are going to jump into a reading. Um, Basically, there's a spread that I just received. It was kind of download, and I was guided to start off with our air signs. More specifically, I'm going to start off with the sign of Libra. So, in the title, it has the order that I'm going in. So, that's what we are about to do. So, I'll give it just a moment, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get to seeing what everyone else sees. And we'll go ahead and get started. I already have the cards picked out. So we're going to start off with the sign of Libra and see what the messages are. Okay. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but let's jump in. Okay, messages for the sign of Libra. What does Libra need to know? And the title of this spread, it's basically, it says Retribution, Protection, and Elimination. So we're starting off first just with the overall theme or topic for your, for what's going on for the actual energy. Yeah. The first card, it says, you are a product of what you believe. And it says, if you think you're a turd, you're probably going to act like a turd. Treat yourself like a turd and accept turd treatment from others. Why the F would you do that? First off, you're not a turd. It's just physically impossible to be a turd and a sentient being at the same time. But even if you've been kind of turdy, you believing you're golden will bring on all that golden behavior and that golden treatment. Today, just believe you're golden. If you act if you if you liked it better there, go back to Turd Town tomorrow. Okay. So that's a lot of, just starting off with, I'm hearing if you see it, you believe it. So, obviously, I don't know if there is someone who is, I'm hearing something about the point of no return. So someone feels like maybe they've said something, they've done something, and I'm hearing ain't no going back. And someone thinks that there's no going back from whatever this is, but that absolutely is not the truth. Okay. Every day is a new day, and you get to decide, what's going to work out for you or what you want to be, what you want to do. The energy, like you're in control of your energy every single day. I'm also getting something about, just making sure that you're not attributing or giving your power over to other people. Um, yeah. If you look inside your heart, I'm hearing something about that. So I don't know if someone has something going on and it has something to do with love, or like there's some fear of like something that has to do with a relationship or something like that. Yeah, the next one, it says, know the difference between shame and guilt. Know the difference between shame and guilt. Here it says guilt equals I did something bad. Shame equals I am something bad. Spend today identifying guilt and shame. If guilt comes up, find a way to make amends. Shame is the devil, though. Kick it in the DICK, right? So we're going to kick that one to the curb because there's no sense in like, you know what, um, we all, make mistakes. We're human, right? We're living, or, we're in a human experience. And so just because you've done something, maybe you're guilty of doing something, for some of you guys, it doesn't, like, that's nothing to be ashamed of. That's something that you just kind of, apologize, learn from your mistakes, and you just move on. That's nothing that you have to sit in. So that's what you're being guided to do. And then it says, to thine own, to thine own ass be true. Okay. It says the most common thing that holds people back from health and happiness is an unwillingness to be honest with themselves. True story. It's been unscientifically proven. I'm sorry, I love these cards, guys. Owning who you are, what you struggle with, and where you want to be is the beginning of self love and freedom. Kind of like when Sir Mix-a-Lot finally admitted that he likes big butts and could not lie. His life blossomed after that. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have kind of noticed the theme here. I've definitely noticed, like, this is really standing out because I said, like, someone may have done something or feel like they're at the point of no return when it comes to, maybe a relationship, something to do with, love, or something like that. But I don't know if you notice, all of these cards are green, and that is screaming the heart chakra to me. So, whoever this is for, whether you're a Libra who's watching this and this message is for you, or you're watching it on behalf of, like, a Libra that you love, or something like that, or you're just curious and being nosy, who knows? But this has something to do with some type of love. It doesn't mean that it has to be romantic love, although I'm getting strongly that it does for some of you guys. But it could be something about, like the love of a friend, of a family member, of yourself. Like, it could be any of those things. So that is the overall theme. It has something to do with love, and it also has something to do with, like, if you are walking around thinking, if someone's thinking like there's no going back, there's no turning back. If I could turn back time, that's what I'm hearing. Like, you don't have to turn back time. You just move today. Like, you get to make a decision. I'm hearing that, gonna make a change. So you have to make that decision that you're going to make those changes, that you're going to implement those changes. And I'm hearing something about with fidelity. So that's something that you have to do. And just know that, like, yeah. So the next part, what we're going to do, that was just like the overall theme or what's going on with the energy. So this has, that's what we have there. And then we have where we're moving on to retribution. And with retribution, it said, what I channeled, what was what's coming to your enemies and why. So we're going to see what's coming to your enemies. Um, yeah, and why that is. I feel like I'm saying some, like, I'm kind of, um, slurring my speech, or I don't know what that is. But we have skywriting the face. Oh wow, that so it seems kind of ominous to me with skywriting the face, because the first thing is like what's coming to your enemies, and it's like what's coming to them is what's coming to them, like what is owed to them. Yeah, there's something about yeah, I don't want to use the cliche of karma, but I mean, I guess, like, let's just make things easier, right? It has something to do with, like, this is something that they deserve, right? This is something that was already written. I'm getting the sense of like someone was like warned to do something or to not do something, and they were already warned as to what consequences would be, and they're about to get those consequences. I'm hearing those just deserved. So yeah. What else? And obviously, this would be like, yeah, they were doing something like against. I don't like this. I mean, it's not funny. You guys, I laugh when I'm nervous for anyone that watches me, like if I'm uncomfortable for any reason. But we have rest and renewal. And I'm really kind of getting the image of a box. And you know what kind of box I'm talking about, but I'm getting kind of that image of someone being laid to rest, is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting the sense of like, for those of them that are not like laid to rest, they are about to experience a type of transformation. And I'm getting the sense of like, if, let's say, for example, someone was like talking about you, making fun of you, I'm hearing poking fun of you, right? Because of your transformation. For those of you that are spiritual or that have gone through some type of spiritual transformation, they are about to experience exactly what you experienced. But the thing is that they're not going to be able to handle it as elegantly as what you were able to do. So I'm getting the sense of like, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. So this person, I'm getting the sense of like, you made something look really easy with this transformation. Um, I don't think that they really realize just like what all you went through, but they're about, yeah, they're about to find out. We have the watchers. We have watchers at the bottom, which is transpersonal, and I'm getting the sense of like someone watching and judging you. And because of that, like whatever those judgments were, like every aspect of your life that they've judged and talked about, like how you should have done something a certain way, yeah, they're about to get that chance to prove how they can do anything you can do and they can do it better than you. So that's what I'm getting. I'm also getting the sense of like we have joyful muse and inspiration. So I'm getting the sense of like, I'm looking at the green again, all of that green again at the beginning where it had to do with the theme and with the topic. And so that's making me think of jealousy as I'm looking at this joyful muse. So what I'm getting is that, especially with, we saw like the watchers before, whoever these people are, no, these people, they're going to watch you. And it's kind of like you're going to be their inspiration, where before it's like, they wanted to talk about you, but I'm kind of getting the sense of like someone who is going to have to come to you for some type of assistance or some type of help. Yeah, at the bottom is group think, or it says mindful and group think. Like you're going to be the only person that they're going to be able to think of that they can come to, so that they can actually live through whatever this transformation is that they're about to have to go through. Yeah. And I'm getting the sense of like whatever this is, they were already supposed to experience a transformation of sorts, just like you were. They were already supposed to be a part of some type of spiritual awakening. I'm also getting the sense of like this was something that you guys were meant to do together. But I'm getting the sense of like more as comrades, as friends, for some of you guys as lovers. So if this was some type of, relationship, someone that you were in some type of relationship with, like you guys were supposed to do it together, this awakening, but there was something that came in between you guys. And so now you've gone through your awakening essentially on your own. Of course, you had the Most High and you had, all of your spiritual team, I'm hearing at your beck and call, but you had them to assist you and to guide you. And this person is going to have guides, but they're still, I'm getting the sense of like, they're still going to really need you, because it has something to do with, especially with that, what it said with the group, with the think, I'm looking at that think part, like someone is like not as open. Yeah, not as open. There's something about things that someone didn't believe, and someone is about to have to eat their words, so to speak. And you got to see it to believe it, is kind of what I'm hearing. So this person, it's like this person's not going to be able to believe it, and they're really going to need like your assistance or something like that. Yeah. Okay, so we have empty well, time to replenish. Yeah, so I'm really getting the sense of like with this, like looking at more of like the why, right? So this person wrote a check that their blankety blank couldn't cash, is what I'm getting. So they wrote a check that their ass couldn't cash, right? And so now it's time to, yeah, it's time to pay up. It's It's time to put their money where their mouth is. And I'm going back to, again, looking at the green. So for some of you guys, I don't know if someone did something or said something like speaking out against your manifestation, speaking against your abundance, your wealth, your prosperity. Like I'm hearing something about they'll never make it. They'll never make it alive. I'm hearing something like that. So I don't know if like someone spoke out against you in that sense. And now someone like you perhaps are starting to prosper. It maybe it took you a little while, and but now you're about to, yeah, show them what you're working with is what I'm hearing, right? Okay, so let's keep going. Yeah, I saw this card earlier. So we have adaptability under rest and renewal. So, and this is the why. So remember I said someone, I saw like a box, right? And you know what kind of box. So someone is about to go rest permanently for some of you guys. And that's not everyone, but some people are. And, you know, this is wood wise, which again, we talked about, you know, the box. But the reason why it has to do with someone was so inflexible in their thinking and what they were thinking about you and what they were saying about you, the harm I'm getting that they wanted on you or wished upon you, they were so strict and stringent and like they wouldn't let up as to what this is. And because of that, they're about to go to their final resting place, or they are about to have to prove again how they can do this so much better than you. And I'm actually hearing like for some of these people, if they make it out, some people are not going to make it through this transformation. Yeah. Some of them are not just, you know, at the bottom it says bold step forward. Some people are just not going to be able to do it. And of course, you know, we don't want to wish anything on anyone, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah. And we have me talks, repairing the body, mind, spirit. So we talked about with this joyful muse and this inspiration, like they're going to have to watch. They're going to have to watch me work. Yeah. So someone's going to have to watch you. Someone's going to have to watch you work, and not just you working, but they're going to have to watch how successful you're about to become. Again, looking at this green as if it's money, and even kind of here, it's more, you know, I see that it's kind of a blue, but I'm really seeing more, a lot of that green that's coming through. And even with, you know, just this violin or, you know, whatever that is. But with whatever it is that you do, you're about to be very successful, and this person is about to have to watch that. Yeah, and they're going to have to come to you. They're going to have to look to you for inspiration. Why are they going to have to do that? That's going to be a part of their process that's going to help them to completely, I'm getting the sense of like someone completely having to be broken down and rebuilt. Yeah. So essentially, like, you know, I hate to say that, but if they make it through, like, it's going to be a good thing for them. But that's a, ugh, I don't like saying that, but that's a strong if for some people. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move out of that energy, Libra, and we're going to look at the other part, which has to do with protection. And so the download that I got, like when it came to this part of the reading where it says protection, it says guard this, protect this part of your life, and then work in silence on this. So those are kind of the three parts that I'm kind of looking at. You know, it's, yeah. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to kind of separate it with like, what is it that you're meant to guard? What is it that you're meant to just hold on to and protect? I'm hearing something about hold on to it for dear life. Huh. Okay, so we have use the knowledge of others. And it says, don't always think you have to go it alone. You don't have all the answers or all the information all of the time. If you know someone with skills and knowledge that you don't have, ask them for advice or help. They will almost always be happy to share what they know with you. So I'm getting the sense of like someone who is about to need, like you're about to encounter, if you will, a mentor. And what I'm really getting is like what you need to guard with your life is a relationship that you're about to have with some type of mentor, or someone who's going to assist you in some way. So don't let this relationship die out, or like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting the sense of like if you're quick to kind of like let people go, this is something that you want to hold on to, you want to guard. You don't want to just like discard this person. I know like you don't have any issues with attachment, like you know, or whatever, but some people, yeah, wow. Okay, don't burn your bridges, right? So some people are very useful, and that's what I'm getting. So whoever this person is that you're about to encounter, if you haven't already, this is some type of guide or mentor that's being sent to you, and you need to make sure that you stick with them and guard this relationship with everything that you have. With the don't burn your bridges, it says in life, things will not always go your way. Whatever happens, always keep lines of communication open. Never burn your bridges with friends, colleagues, or with clients. Acting on impulse may lead to the destruction that is hard or impossible. Focus instead on the positive and on the happiness in everything that you do. And I'm really getting strongly, this is what you need to guard if you've been working to on, like maybe previously you had someone had some type of anger issues, or some issues with like being emotional, or being in their head or something like that, overthinking, perhaps for some of you guys, overthinking like people's motives, or something like that. I'm getting the sense of like you have kind of detached from that type of behavior, and you've actually learned a lot of lessons when it comes to that. You've come a long way, and so that's something that you need to keep. You need to keep your wits about you, and you need to maintain whatever it is that you, whatever growth that you have attained. You need to stick with that. Don't go back. I'm getting the sense of like, don't go back to the way that you used to be when it comes to this, like always being in your head, or something like that. Yeah, so you need to guard those lessons as it relates to, um, you know, keeping your lines of communication open with certain people. You have everything that you need to understand which people you want to keep in your life, which people you should keep in your life, and which people you need to just kind of let go, is what I'm getting. Yeah, see, and they all kind of relate, right? So it says value your friendships. Friendship is not something you hand out to anyone. Yeah, so like you've learned, like you're very picky about who you become friends with. Not anyone and everyone can earn the title of friend with you. And so that's why, like, I'm kind of getting the sense of like whatever you do, like you work really hard to kind of vet people to make sure that you're on the same team, um, and that you guys are actually like, I'm trying to avoid saying certain things, but I'm just going to say it. But that this person is actually worthy of to be in your life, and is worthy of your friendship. And if you take all of that time out, like trust in whatever it is that you believe, because you're right. Okay. So don't start getting back into your head thinking like, oh, maybe I was wrong. No, you're not wrong. Okay. So let's keep going. We're going to look at something that you need to protect, this part of your life. Protect this part of your life. So I'm getting the sense of like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting the sense of like if someone tries to come in between something, then these people, they're not actually your friend. They're not actually for you, and it's perfectly acceptable to just kind of cut them out. But it says preparation is power. So I'm looking mainly at, it says, whatever you do in life, it's essential to make a plan. All plans should begin with a careful assessment of all the circumstances involved. The point of this is the information this process will give you. Ask around and get help from the appropriate people. Arming yourself with relevant intel will allow you to alter your plans accordingly. I'm actually getting the sense of like, if what you need to go. Oh, your plans, whatever your plans are, like if someone tries to deter you from your plans or someone tries to change your plans, that I'm getting the sense of like that you've come up with, or really it was kind of a co-creation, then yeah, someone's trying to get you off, like trying to shift things just slightly, that's not really in your favor and that's not in your benefit. And so protect your plans. Don't let anyone else kind of come in between what it is that you've come up with or what you've planned out for yourself or for your life or whatever. You also need to guard. It says prevention is better than the cure. I'm going to say really quick with this one, I'm not feeling the need to read this card. What I'm getting is that if you are like, you're working on things that have to do with your health or you're about to, and if anyone tries to intervene, like, oh yeah, why don't you just sit this one out, or why are you doing so much exercise, or why are you eating that, hey, it's okay to eat this, like if you want to eat something, like indulge, or in something that's like delicious but maybe not as healthy, it's not really on your plan that you have, or if you want to indulge in a little rest day and you decide to do that, then that's on you. But if you have people that, but sometimes it's like if you let people in on your plan, they're going to try. There are some people that are going to try to secretly sabotage what it is that you're doing or what it is that you have planned for yourself. And it's going to be specifically things that you're doing. Yeah, to keep yourself, I'm really getting the sense of like to keep yourself healthy, things that you do that have to do with taking care of yourself better. Yeah, you need to guard any plans that have to do with like your exercise plans, your eating plans, anything to do with like if you have certain business plans, all of that stuff, you need to guard it and just you know um, even if you do want to share that, I'm not getting that you can't share any of that with people, like what your plans are, but you do need to make sure that you are guarding that time that you set aside for those plans, is what I'm getting. Yeah. Keep your fights short is the next one. It says your objective should be to win the war, not keep winning the. Yeah. Say your piece politely and with respect, listen to theirs, and in the same manner, then move towards peace. So I'm getting the sense of like you need to make sure that you are guarding your energy. You need to guard your energy. So if you have someone that's like coming around and or people coming around and like they love to argue, or maybe they want to say debate is what I'm hearing. No, that is a I'm getting something about vampire, I'm getting something about energy sucker. So they're just kind of taking in your energy, because I'm getting the sense of like someone who, like, you may like, if you're going to engage in battle, you do it to win. So you're not there just to kind of play games and just whatever, like you're going to go all in. Whatever it is that you do, you go all in. And it's like someone is going to, there's some people that are wanting to just kind of get in on that um, delicious energy, that scrumptious energy that you have. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting the sense of it's like someone who's devouring energy. Yeah. This one, it says the best way to win is not to fight. And that one popped out, it was coming out in reverse. So this last part, it has to do with what you're working on in silence. And so, what I'm actually getting from that, especially with it coming in kind of reverse, is that I'm getting like if there's something like some battle or something like that, people are, there's something that you do need to fight, some type of rights, or, something to do with your rights. I don't know, but it's not that you're not going to fight. What I'm getting is that you're not going to talk to anyone about your strategy. You're not going to even share, like they may think, like let them think that you've given up and that you're not fighting at all. Yeah, they don't need to know what it is that you're doing. Don't, if you've been telling people like your plans, even if you kind of think of like, even if it's someone that you consider a friend, um, Don't share. This is like in silence, in silence. So you're not going to share what it is that you're fighting or how it is that you're fighting against certain things. Don't let anyone in on these this for some reason. And I can't say why. It's not to say that there's something wrong with your friend, but just yeah. The next one, it says evolution, not revolution. And I'm getting the sense of like, well, it says life is a long journey, but you will not travel on your own. Make plans for the short, medium, and long terms. Ensure that the plans flow into each other like a stream into a river and on into the ocean. Get the process right, and the rewards will flow. So this is like whatever it is that you're doing that's the long term, you're in it for the long haul. This is not something that anyone needs to necessarily know about. They don't need to know the details of what you're doing. Like that's something that you're guarding, that you are working on in silence. You have a plan, you come up with your long term, your your short term, your medium term, and your long term plans. And whatever this is, like that entire process that you kind of visualize for yourself, you don't need to talk to people about that. They don't need to know your process. There may come a point in time where you can share your process with people, but this is not the time. Yeah, nurture your friendships. I'm getting the sense of like your friendships, just like your mentor, whoever it is that you're working that you're about that is about to help mentor you or that you're about to learn from, your actual friendships. This is like whoever your friends and lovers, whoever they are, like you don't need to share that information with anyone. You need to move in silence. Like it doesn't mean that you're hiding them. Like it doesn't mean that you can't go out in public with them. But I'm hearing something about social media. So you don't need to post them, not because you're ashamed of them, but this is about guarding your friendships. I don't know what is going on specifically. For each of you, it might be something different, but there's a reason why. Like your true friends, people that are going to be like your long term, you don't need to share that with anyone. Yeah. I'm kind of getting the sense of like you're not sharing your plans like with how you're fighting, because it's like someone trying to get your weaknesses, and you don't need to. Um, I'm hearing foiled it. This has something to do with plans. So if you kind of let people in on your plans, they're going to try to come up with a way to foil those plans. They're going to be looking at ways to kind of poke holes in your plan. That's why you're doing it, like working in silence. This said something about getting your timing right. That tried to pop out. So for some of you guys, that whole process, I'm getting the sense of like if you let people in on your long term goals and like the processes that you're using, someone's gonna I'm kind of giving the sense of like someone trying to give their 2 cents, right? And I'm getting strongly something about family. Like you may have family members, close family members, possibly some parental figures. They're going to try to give their 2 cents, right? And you might try to incorporate some of the things that they talk about or some of their suggestions, and it's going to mess up the timing for some of you guys. It's just going to mess up the timing, and that's why you don't want to even bother with like that's why you need to move in silence. Don't If you've been talking to anyone about what it is that you're doing, whether this has to do with love, whether this has to do with work or what business, anything that you're doing, don't share this information with family, because they're going to try, it's going to mess up the timing of what you're doing. Yeah, it says be strong and hold steady. So, yeah, this is about, I'm hearing something about the long haul. This is about you being in it for the long haul, right? Hmm. Yeah. I'm really being guided to, it says keep your counsel and don't be rattled by BS tactics. Hmm. So Lay everything on the table. Yeah, this is like I'm getting the sense of like someone that's gonna kind of deter you from whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know, intentional, not intentional, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't want to allow anyone in to where they can actually mess up your plans in any way. That's what I'm getting. So, just don't tell people about what your processes are because someone thinks that they can do something someone else is like someone's going to think that they can do better or like that they know better than you and they really don't. You guys aren't even experiencing the same thing. And then with the friendships, it says, don't let your ego get in the way. That's back to like, what I talked about, being up in your head, someone being up in their head about like people. You know how to vet people now. Maybe before you didn't, maybe before you were allowing people into your space that, perhaps they weren't ready or they weren't worthy to be in your space, but you're not doing that anymore, right? You have your expectations, you have your boundaries, you're showing people, it says lead by example at the bottom. So you're showing people what it is that you expect, and from them and of them if they want to stay in your energy and in your circle and in your space. And if they can't, I'm hearing abide by that, not to be rude or anything, but if they can't, then they can't. They just can't be with you. They just can't be with you. So let's go ahead and let's move on. Oh, wow, that's 37 minutes just for you, Libra, already. We're going to look at what you need to let go. So this is the elimination part, what it is that you need to let go and what doesn't serve you. Yeah. This one, it says, I am perceptive. So I'm getting the sense of like, again, back to like staying in your head, like someone thinking that, someone who lives by the like I got to see it to believe it, but it's kind of like there are some things that you may see or that you may think that you see, but in your heart you feel something different. And so someone needs to let go of always being like in their head. Sometimes you need to, I'm hearing, get out of my head, get into my heart. So some of you guys are needing to eliminate like always being in your head. And I'm getting the sense of that kind of stalling someone. You need to get into like what is your heart telling you that it is that you need to do. Yeah, we have I follow my heart. So again, I mean that's just what I'm saying. And that came in reverse. So someone is like not following their heart. You need to let go of like always going by logic. I was trying to avoid saying that because here I feel like it's more of just like being in your head. Someone needs to let that go of like always being in your head. But here it's like someone also needs to let go of like only going by logic. Like you need to follow your heart. Some, wow. Do I keep this one? Yeah, this one says I'm a problem solver, and it also came in reverse. Do I keep this? Yeah. So I don't know if this is for someone who thinks that they always need to kind of fix people and fix things. Like you think that you're the fixer, you're not. You don't have to always fix other people or change how other people see things. Sometimes you just let things be. Like, let people learn their own lessons, right? You don't have to control everyone and everything. Is what I'm getting. You need to let that go. You don't need to solve everyone. You don't need to fix everyone. And honestly, I was about to say, not everyone is broken. At the bottom, it says, I'm unbreakable. You may feel like someone should do some things a certain way, or like you would do things a different way, but that doesn't mean that that person is broken. It just means that they're different. And they might be in your life, you might be in one another's lives to kind of complement one another with those different perspectives. Okay, so more of like what doesn't serve you. Yeah, I am celebrated. I'm celebrated. I'm getting the sense of someone that's overindulging, actually. So, yes, you need to celebrate your successes, progress that you're making. But if you're overindulging, there's a sense of like someone who might start to kind of overindulge. Whatever this is that you're overindulging on, it's too much. That does not serve you in any way, form, or fashion, is what I'm hearing. Someone needs to let that go. Oh, geez, that one fell to the floor, so we're not taking it. Yeah, it says, I'm responsible for my life, I'm supported, and I'm wild and free, but we're not taking those. It just, yeah. I reveal my truth. Yeah, someone is, and that's funny because this is under the I follow my heart, which is in reverse. And we were talking about being, very logical, overly logical, making all of these decisions with your head. Um, and I'm getting the sense of like, I reveal my truth. These are things that someone has made up in their head. You need to let some of these things go. It's kind of like someone that's really hard headed, that's really stuck in the way that they think about certain things. And that's something that you need to let go, because now I'm hearing like the Dr. Phil, how's that working for you? And at the bottom, we have, I am happy. Whatever this is, if it's something that's causing like a lot of stress or distress in your life, that's how you know it's something that you definitely you just need to like it's not serving you. These things of like what's right and what's wrong, and these hardcore truths that you feel like you need to hold on to, some of them you need to kind of evaluate or reevaluate which one of these things is serving you and which one of these is causing more pain um, than pleasure, is what I'm getting. So yeah, that doesn't serve you. Yeah, we have I'm connected. And with this one, with them being twins and they're just kind of touching here, I'm getting the sense of like, this is like holding on to people, places, and things that don't serve you, like feeling like, I'm hearing like we're locked in, but that's not always the case. Sometimes there are people that are in your life and they're not really like, they're not there for the long, like they're not meant to be there. Some people you are just holding on or guarding them with your life, but you don't necessarily need to. There's an unhealthy attachment that you have to some people, places, and things, and sometimes ideas. I'm going back to ideas or truths, so to speak, that what you feel are truths. You need to let some of that stuff go. And it's kind of like go back to evaluating or reevaluating what's working for you and what's not working for you. How is that working for you? Hmm. And we're going to go ahead and end Libra with your final message. Let's see what your final message is, Libra. Okay, there we go. It's just one card and it says cooperation instead of competition. Cooperation instead of competition. It says, what's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete and there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So going back, I was guided to look back up here at the top with, like that beginning message. If there was a relationship where it was, I've kind of gotten that throughout this, like there was supposed to be some type of partnership in a relationship that you have with someone. And I don't know if it turned into something that was more of a competition, but it doesn't have to be. You got whoever this is, like you were meant to work in tandem. You were meant to work with them instead of just against them. You were meant to work together. So that's what I'm getting with that, and that's your final message. Libra, so we're going to go ahead and we are about to go ahead and move on to the sign of Aquarius. So I hope that these messages were helpful. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. All right. And if you would like to continue watching for Aquarius, like perhaps you have Aquarius strongly in your chart, please stick around because that's where we're headed. I'm going to clean up some of this. And we're going to light another incense because that one has run out. What we're actually using is lotus, so feel free for anyone that's watching to look up specifically, like Google the benefits of lotus, like the spiritual benefits of lotus, and whichever one that you're guided to, that there might be a message in there for you. Yeah. I know I've kind of been making a mess here, but that's okay. Okay, so we're moving on to the sign of Aquarius, and we're going to start off with just the overall energy or messages for the sign of Aquarius. What do we need? Oh, okay. We have the moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Wow, I love that. I really do. It says get grateful, get grateful, get grateful. If you're looking for answers, the easiest fix to any problem is to start with gratitude. Look around and name something that's awesome. Do you have a truly amazing cat? F yeah. What's awesome about that cat? Aren't you glad it's alive? Do you hate cats and don't have one? Isn't it amazing that you don't have to live with one of those furry little creeps? Okay, now keep going. And so I really love these cards, you guys, but that's funny because it's like, if you love cats, then think about how grateful you are for the cat that you have. You love cats and you have one. Think about how grateful you are that you have it. If you don't like cats and you don't have one, be grateful that you don't have to deal with a cat, right? So it's all about kind of like that glass being half empty or half full. Like you get to decide. But either way, at the end of the day, I know people talk about like the glass being half full or half empty. Who gives a crap? You have water in that glass, right? There's some type of substance in that glass. Be glad that you have it. Just be grateful, right? So it's kind of like something, someone needs to change their perspective on something, like looking at things in a more positive manner. Yeah, and that's going to make a huge difference for someone. I need to flip this. I'm sorry. What else for? Oh, geez. We have the I love this one. The universe is your sugar daddy, right? Says we've all spent enough time feeling effed by the universe to assume it's time we get showered. To assume it's time we get showered with some real dope stuff. Spend today letting the universe treat you like the arm candy you are. The simple act of changing your vibe to one of receiving and thanking, there we go back to that gratitude and changing how we're thinking about things, Aquarius. Thanking the universe for all its cosmic bling will do the trick. Your mantra today is bring it, Papi. Okay. I love that, right? So it says the universe is your sugar daddy. I love that. This is all about just changing the way that you think and looking at things as more of a blessing. Like, don't even focus on things. Like, maybe there are some things that aren't going the way that you hope, but anything good out of it, anything that you can see in a certain situation, in any situation, just look at, like, just focus on what's good. There might be things that you can't control. Don't focus on things that you can't control. Focus on whatever is positive. Make changes in whatever it is that you can change, right? Whatever you do have control over, and forget the rest of it. Yeah, because you're working to manifest something. But it says manifest the F out of your dreams. This is about you manifesting something, right? And it says the most vulnerable thing to admit to is not your deepest wounds. It's what you really truly want. We're talking your biggest crazy ass is dreams and desires. Be vulnerable, at least with yourself. Write that ish down, make a to-do list, and maybe even tell someone. Make it happen. You can do this. Like, this is all about, yeah, at the I just flipped it over. It says the world doesn't owe you anything. I'm getting the sense of, like, Aquarius, I don't know if if someone is feeling kind of like down in the dumps about something, like something's not manifesting as quickly as you would like for it to, and you're kind of focusing in or honing in on the negative, but someone needs to work on just being grateful for what they have. And while it did say that the world doesn't owe you anything, the universe is going to give you whatever it is. And I don't know, for some reason, I'm kind of getting the world as in our 3D world doesn't owe you anything, but the universe, the most high, um yeah, has everything it is that you want and you need. But you have to be very explicit and ask for what you need and appreciate what you have in the 3D, so that all of your blessings that you have in just kind of that spiritual world, that the most high or the universe has waiting for you, can be given over to you, so that it can manifest in this actual reality. But it has to do with you. For you, guys, it has to do with changing how you're looking at something, how you're thinking about something. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into the actual, reading part of it. And this has, it was retribution, protection, and elimination. It was just kind of a spread that was just kind of downloaded, just a download that I received. So we're starting off with retribution to see specifically what I had written down. It says what's coming to your enemies and why. So if someone has been kind of like messing around with you in your energy and in your space, we're about to look at what's coming to them as a result, and why. So what specifically were they doing or saying or thinking, or whatever, like has something to do with like negative energy of a sort. Like, I don't know if it has something to do with like someone trying to stop you from manifesting your dreams. I'm kind of getting that sense. Oh, there's some wax in there. Okay. Yeah, we got this with Libra. So this one kind of just fell out, but this has something to do with joyful news. And what I'm getting from this is someone's about to just watch you be happy. Someone's going to watch you get everything it is that you want. Someone's going to watch you be successful. Yeah. Someone's going to watch you. I'm looking at this paintbrush with the yellow. Someone's going to watch you step into your confidence. So I'm getting the sense of like someone was working to bring you down, to knock you down a peg or two. They wanted to, I'm hearing mal humor. Someone wanted to put you just like in bad spirits for some reason. They didn't want you to be happy. Yeah. Spiritual, we have falling angels, spiritual narcolepsy. Someone didn't accept for who you are. Um, hmm. Someone kind of, I don't know if someone just kind of I'm hearing, does that make me crazy? Someone was calling you crazy, is what I'm getting. I mean, not that you care or anything like that, because, like, who isn't crazy? A little bit crazy, right? But I'm getting the sense of like they were really making fun of your spirituality and your connection to the divine or to the Most High, because they're asleep. So, because they're asleep, they're making fun of you. I'm hearing because they're a sheep, they were making fun of you. Yeah. And what's about to come? Someone's about to be woken up. Someone's about to be jolted. Yeah. And where I'm getting like you're awakening, and not to say that it was easy or anything like that, but it's I'm getting the sense of like it was just kind of you were gently woken up, as opposed to like what this person is about to receive. They're about to be like, I'm getting the sense of, I'm kind of seeing like someone, you know how they play those tricks on people, or prank them or whatever they do, but they throw water on them when they're asleep. Like someone's about to be jolted awake, and that's going to be their awakening. And it's because of, it has something to do with essentially like how they were talking about you or judging you during your awakening, and your, something to do with like your connection. Yeah, overflow and overwhelm. So I'm getting the sense of overwhelm and plenty. I'm sorry, overflow, but it says overwhelm and plenty. So yeah, this is going to be a really tough awakening for someone. So I'm getting that, but I'm also getting the sense of, I don't know, I'm looking at this house and I'm getting the sense of someone's going to get a house and they're going to watch you get some house. Someone may have been trying to keep a house from you. Yeah, either this is you, Aquarius, or, like you could be watching because of an Aquarius or something like that. But there's something to do with a house, someone trying to keep a house, hide a house there, because this looks kind of hidden to me. So there's something to do with that, but also someone is going to have to watch you, just like this abundance that someone was trying to, because, yeah, someone tried to hinder someone's abundance or something, and they're about to watch you. I'm hearing, look at me now. Look at me now. And especially with all of this green, right? It looks like green. It's water, but it looks very green. Someone's going to watch. Someone's really going to be watching you as you're going to get overflow, and they're going to get overwhelmed. And for both of you, it's going to be plenty. Yeah. So with the joyful muse, we have unmarked trail, revelation. And I'm thinking about the Bible, Revelations. I mean, it seems like pretty gloomy, right? So I'm getting the sense of like, so they're going to watch you be happy because they were just so negative. They were all doom and gloom. They were all doom and gloom. Like they were speaking against your name. They were speaking against your happiness. And that's why they're going to have to, that's their why. Let's look at why for this narcolepsy. Someone's about to be jolted awake. It's not going to be easy for them. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, we got these in the last one, but just in different orders. So we have adaptability, woodwives, and then we have time to replenish, empty well. I'm getting the sense of, number one, someone tried to, they thought that you were crazy, like they're going around saying that you're crazy, right? And so they were really inflexible in like someone's beliefs or belief systems, right? They thought that their way of thinking, that what they believed was the only way. And I'm getting the sense of like at the end of the day, like we're all headed to the same place. And if we're doing it correctly, it's going to lead us to the exact same destination. I'm getting that really strongly, but someone is very inflexible, like it requires a certain level or degree of flexibility that this person just did not have. And I'm also getting like This person, like someone thought that you were crazy or they were calling you crazy, and they tried to empty you out. They tried to take from you until there was nothing left, and like until you had nothing left to give. Yeah. I'm getting the sense of like someone who tried to ultimately tried to ruin another person. So weird. Yeah. And so that's why like they're about to learn they're about to get a really hard lesson. That's why they're about to be jolted awake. And with this overflow, like you're getting overflow and they're getting overwhelmed. And for both of you, it's plenty. So, yeah, it's your time because I'm getting the sense of like you've been through a whole lot. So it's your time to just kind of rest. We have the Garden of Venus, and it says rest and renewal. It's time to put something to rest. I'm getting the sense of like there's some type of secret or, something that someone was doing behind the scenes, and that's about to be kind of put to rest, some type of rumors or something like that. That's about to be put to rest. And it's time for you to just to be allowed to rest. Yeah, but something is about to be put. And I said this in the other one. I hate saying this, but with this card for today, like for some reason, I'm getting like someone's about to be put to rest, especially if they refuse this call. Like someone tried to get you to refuse your call, and but you made it out, right? I was about to say you made it out alive. This person, they might actually refuse their call, and if they do, they won't be so lucky. That's what I'm getting. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna look at the protection, what it says for protection. What do you need to, oh, something that you need to guard. Offer an olive branch. I'm getting that what you need to guard is someone is a very generous person, right? You always give I'm getting the sense of like someone who is an open book. You don't hold grudges, right? And I'm getting the sense that you learned, like, whereas before you would go out of your way to extend an olive branch to people. And I'm getting the sense of like, don't stop extending the olive branch. Don't stop, offering assistance to people. But what you do need to do is like, if they didn't ask for it, don't run after them. Don't like try to force people to take your assistance. If they don't want it, they don't want it. Yeah. So if some people were, whoever was doing things behind your back, that you're about to find out about, like if they ask you for help for something, the type of person that you are, that you've always been, like you're always helping people in their time of need, don't let that go. That's some part of you that you do need to guard. But what I am getting is like you should give no F's. Like don't feel guilt or shame or anything else if you're not chasing behind people. Like if you see things that are happening, it's not your duty to go up and tell people what it is that they need and offer them assistance. They know. I'm hearing you got what I need. So they know that you have the information, the knowledge, the know-how, whatever this is. And part of their consequence, essentially, is they're going to have to open up their mouths and they're going to have to ask you. I'm hearing something about an apology. Someone's going to have to apologize to you, and someone is going to have to ask for your assistance. And that's part of the retribution. But what you are being asked to do is to always guard that part of you, that really big heart and open heart that you have to where you're going to assist people because it's the right thing to do, but don't don't overextend yourself is what I'm getting. So that's kind of the caveat to that. So that's interesting. Yeah, it says take time to think. So what you need to guard here is it has something to do with like, um, I don't know if one of your lessons that you've learned has to do with like taking your time, not just going in and reacting immediately or not going in guns blazing. So someone has had to learn a lot about taking your time, thinking things through and being patient. And you need to guard that part of you, guard that aspect of you. That was a lesson that you learned and you need to guard that. And then it says, don't let your ego get in the way. Hmm. And it says getting your ego under control can be one of your biggest challenges in relationships. If you're good at something, that's wonderful. If you have a weakness, then so be it. Don't worry too much about what others think of you. Your actions will show that you are what you believe yourself to be. Be yourself, believe in yourself. So, whatever this is about, this and I talked about like someone's going to have to watch you like come into like this level of confidence that you're about to have. Like, don't let, I'm kind of getting the sense of like some negative, like, you know how with the little cartoons and they have like the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. And I'm getting the sense of like, if you have been able to kind of overcome that negative thinking or that stinking thinking, right? And that has something to do with the overall theme of like focusing on what it is that you have to be grateful for, focusing in or honing in on the positive. Don't like that's something that you need to guard. That's something that you need to keep. Don't let go looking at things at the positive, on the positive side or the positive aspect. Yeah, don't let that go. I'm hearing in vogue, don't let go. Don't let go. So guard that. This is something that it says protect this with your life. Yeah, protect this with your, this says pick your battles. Some battles or arguments can't be won. This has something to do with guard. This has to do with protecting your peace at all costs. Communication is key in establishing boundaries. If you have to argue, don't lose your temper, be rational and deliberate. But remember, sometimes it's more important to move on. Yeah. This is something like with your peace, like if someone tries to come in and they're trying to pick at you, they're trying to get you to like if you were a real hothead, you had a really hot temper before, someone's gonna try to pull that back out of you because like maybe they don't like you being happy and peaceful and evolved, right? Someone made fun of you for that, and they're gonna try to prove that that's not who you are, is what I'm getting. Pick your battles. Pick your battles. So guard your peace. We got this in the last one, evolution, not revolution. So this is a journey. This wasn't a one-time like event, right? This isn't like it wasn't a phase of your life and now it's over. Like you learned a lot from this journey and you're going to continue to learn a lot from this journey. Like it's going to be something that's going to be, I'm getting the sense of like life lessons and they continue to build, and you need to protect those lessons that you've learned with your life. Don't let anyone get you to the point to where you go back to the old. Like I'm hearing y'all gonna make me uh, turn back to the old me. Was that Dr. Dre? Yeah. And it said lead by example on the bottom. This is a lot about someone's really gonna try to pick at you. I don't know, but it says keep your fights short. This was also in the last one. I don't know air signs. Like if this is just a whole air sign thing where, but this is someone is going to try to get you out of your elements. So say your piece politely and with respect. Listen to theirs in the same manner, then move towards peace. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Deal with it then and there, and leave it behind you. So, this is a kind of a theme, and this might have been a really big part of like whatever your lessons were. But this is something that like whatever these lessons were that you learned, that has to do with just like keeping your peace. I don't know if someone had like a history of being kind of like a busybody or something like that, and that part of you is over. Like gossip, like that part of your life is over and done with, and you want no parts of it. You don't want to go back to that. It doesn't interest you in the least. But someone is going to try to prove you, like they're trying to make a liar out of you or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. And then we have some things that you're supposed to work on in silence. What is it that Aquarius needs to work on in silence? Yeah, it says lead by example. This came kind of to the side. What I'm kind of getting from this, you guys, I'm kind of being reminded of like, they have like those videos where they make fun of like, when women do things like we just do it, right? And then when, and this is, no offense, but this, I'm just being reminded as of this is like an example. And then it's like when their husband, like when the wife does something, she just does it. It's, it's just an expectation. She just does it, right? And then when the husband does it, it's kind of like like they announce everything that they do and they expect some type of celebration, right? So I'm getting the sense of like you are expected to just, like you're a leader through and through, is what I'm hearing. And you're going to lead people to make a lot of major changes. There's something to do with you leading something. You're about to lead off on something. You might be given some type of leadership opportunity. And what I'm getting is like, if for some of you guys, if you get some type of leadership opportunity, don't go around. I'm hearing, start spreading the news. Don't go around spreading the news. Keep that to yourself. If you're actually applying for some type of leadership role, or you're doing something that's about to lead some masses, like maybe you're writing a book, I don't know, whatever this is, I'm getting the sense of like, don't like keep this to yourself. You're working on this in silence. You don't need to tell anyone about this. No family members, no friends, nothing. Yeah, we have communicate effectively. I don't know why, but I'm getting the sense of like this has something to do with communication. Like this has something to do with like I said, maybe writing a book. Um, I don't know, maybe you're about to be a speaker or something like that. You're about to speak on something. Yeah. But either way, even if that's, whatever, that might just be for, some of you guys. But this one, it's talking about all your interactions in person, on the phone, text, or email. Um, I'm getting the sense of like there's some type of, I don't know who you're like, if you're working with someone behind the scenes or something like that, but don't share. For some of you guys, if you start working with someone that's famous, maybe it doesn't even matter if they're famous, but don't share who you're talking to. You're working on something, and you're communicating with someone that's helping you to attain something or obtain some goal. Don't share this information. Don't share. Also, don't share any. If someone's going to give you some type of information, perhaps about what's going on behind the scenes that you're not supposed to know is happening. Don't let anyone in on the fact that you know about something. Maybe, I don't know why I'm being drawn back to this house, but maybe it has something to do with the house. Don't let people know that you know about what's going on, whatever this secret is. Don't let, like, you're going to find out about it, but don't just go around and just be like, I'm getting this really strong, like a yes for that. But don't go around like, oh, I know what you did last summer. Like, don't do that. Don't let people know that you know. And then it says, choose your friends carefully. So something about your friendships. I'm actually getting the sense of like keep them like inside with this working in silence. I'm getting the sense of like when for those of you that when you're at work, Like those work relationships are just that. Like don't mix business and pleasure is what I'm getting. Like for some people that like there may be some people at your job that they just like to try to call everyone a friend, but then they go and they do like they entertain like I'm about to say enemy type behaviors and you know it. Like don't mix them up into that category of friends. Like you don't have to tell them that they're not a friend, but don't you get it twisted and get it in your head that they're your friend. I don't know what that's about. I'm also getting the sense of like choose your someone if you're working on a business, someone needs to it has something to do with your clients. You need to choose the type of client that you want to work with and I'm hearing something about exclusive. You need to choose your audience and your clientele very carefully. You can't work with just any old body. No offense to, the certain people. I mean, I don't know what your business is, but like you can't just work with any old body. You can't just have any old type of energy in your field because it's just not going to be good for your peace of mind, for your peace. And I'm getting the sense of like when you are out of balance as it relates to like your peace, that's where it knocks your manifestations out of sync. It gets you in like this negative mindset with this stinking thinking. So, yeah. This one says, don't burn your bridges. A lot of these same cards are coming out that came out with Libra. Yeah, this has something to do with being impulsive. I'm just it's something about just like going straight to like it's like take time out to just breathe. Like don't jump to conclusions with certain things. Like you're gonna have to show people that that's who you are now. That old you that whatever it is that they're used to, like that's not you anymore. Yeah, we have aim high. And this is under the communicate effectively. It says we all make mistakes, but it's important to set out with the idea of perfection, aim high, and you will achieve more. This has something to do with your communication. That's also why you're working in silence with like, don't let people know who it is that you're working with and who you're communicating with whatever this is, because it has something to do with like certain people are going to knock you off, like they're going to try to get you to lower your expectations. And, you may if they are successful in getting you to lower your expectations, whatever it is that you expect, I'm getting the sense of like that's what you're going to get. But that's not really what you want. You need to aim high. There's something that you want. You need to aim high for it. And you're going to get that as well. But you have to you have to maintain this certain level of expectation for whatever this is. Hmm. We have be strong and hold steady under the choose your friends carefully. Yeah, some people I'm kind of getting the sense of like someone trying to bully you into a friendship, bullying you into like, claiming them as like your friend or as an ally, but you know that they're not. They really just want to get something out of you and you need to stay true to like what it is. Because whoever these people are, it's like they're not in it for the long haul. They're trying to get something out of you. That's all it is. They just want to get something out of you, and you know it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at what it is that we need to let go. What does Aquarius need to let go of? So we have, I am determined. At the bottom it says, I'm fearless, and this has something to do with this level of determination. I'm getting the sense of like there needs to be some level of trusting in the universe. Like whatever this is, it's meant to be like this journey. It's meant to be, it's a, you're working on something with the universe. These blessings are coming from the universe. I'm getting like I'm hearing something about like don't be so pig-headed about something, because I'm looking at this bee like you're gonna end up getting stung. You need to work with someone or with something, and the end result is going to be very sweet. I don't know. We have I am authentic. I'm getting the sense of like you need to let go of trying to fit in. Yeah, especially with that being with that spiritual narcolepsy. Remember, we talked about like someone was trying to going around spreading rumors, perhaps that you're crazy, someone saying that another person is crazy. Um, and I don't know if that kind of worked its way into your head and you started like kind of changing. Um, like it makes you work a lot more cautiously, like when there are certain things that you're just supposed to trust. You don't have to be like everyone else. Like, be you. Yeah, I'm ready. Like, she's covering her face here. Like, just be you. You don't have to hide who you are. Like, who gives a crap what someone else says? It says, I have permission. I have permission, but it's in reverse. I don't know, like, yeah, don't let your ego get in the way. I'm looking at that. But some type of negative thinking, like thinking that you need permission. You don't need permission. You don't need permission from anyone. You need to let go of feeling like you need someone else's outside permission to do things. You don't. The permission has already been granted through yourself and through the divine. Yeah, I have a higher purpose. You don't need permission. I'm hearing from mere mortals. That's funny. Okay, let's look at what doesn't serve you. What doesn't serve you? You're letting this go because this doesn't serve you. Oh, I am perceptive and I am responsible for my life. I'm getting the sense of like it does not serve you. Like there's some level of like looking at things. I don't know. Like it has something to do with accountability, right? And I'm really being guided back to thinking that you need permission from other people. Like, oh, I would be, I would have this, this, and that if it weren't for, person X. Well, you don't need person X's permission for anything. You're responsible for your own life. It doesn't serve you to look at what someone else thinks or how someone else feels about what it is that you're doing. What they think, want, and feel as it relates to your life is irrelevant. Oh, geez. Well, hold on. Something fell to the floor. But we have I am supported, and I'm getting the sense of like with that one, feeling like you Okay, so with feeling like, again, this is right back over here with like whoever was talking about you, that may have been someone that you were really close to, but you don't need certain people. Some people, not everyone is good for you. You don't, like you don't need their support. And if they're gonna gaslight you, is what I'm hearing. Like, so I don't calling you crazy because they want you to change the way that you're doing something, or they don't like how you did something, or they don't believe in something that you believe in. You don't need their support. It does not serve you. Because what's behind, we have these angel wings. You have a whole spirit team. You have a whole bunch of, I'm getting like I'm seeing like ancestors, I'm seeing angel, I'm seeing all of that, like they're right behind you, and you don't need, going back to, I don't know why I keep hearing this, but mere mortals to support and justify what you do. Yeah, at the bottom it says, I'm wild and free. You are a free spirit. You are a free agent. Hmm. Like, I'm getting the sense of like you need to, what doesn't serve you is thinking that you're like, well, it's right here with the I am authentic, right? Like it doesn't serve you to feel like you're not like everyone else, and that's a good thing. You're trying to fit in with people that are not exactly your people. Yeah, what doesn't serve you? Yeah, see this one, it didn't come out upright. It says, I tune out negative people and thoughts. Certain people and thoughts do not serve you, and you need to just let that go. Back to, and here it is, back to like the I have permission. You don't need their permission. Don't listen to anyone else's negativity. Hmm. Like whoever is in your life, you guys, like they need to love and accept you exactly as you are. And if they can't do that, they choose not to do that, they don't want to do that, they can't do that, it doesn't matter. Like they don't serve you. They're not in your best interest. They don't serve your highest and greatest good. Not everyone will, right? So we're going to do just a final message for Aquarius, and then we're going to move on to Gemini. Ooh. Okay, we have release jealousy. It says jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So I don't know if there's someone who is looking at things from the perspective. So this is going right back in up here where it talks about be grateful. A lot of your messages had to do with like be grateful for what you have, things like in a positive, right? So that you can manifest whatever it is that you need, and or whatever it is that you desire, whatever your dreams are. So you can't look at things as like, well, I don't have this and such has that, or like people trying to tell you like what it is that you deserve, or thinking yourself that you don't deserve it because you see X, Y, and Z, they have it and you don't have it yet. You don't have it yet because there's plenty for everyone. But honestly, I'm kind of getting the feeling that it's not that you're jealous of anyone. I really don't get that vibe from you, Aquarius. I'm getting the sense of like other people are trying to put things into your head. They're planting like these seeds into your head um, out of jealousy. Like it's kind of like they don't want things to manifest and to grow in your life. And that's honestly what I'm getting. They don't want things to grow for you. They don't want things to blossom and bloom. And so we talked about someone going around talking about, like, oh, you're crazy or whatever. That had something to do with some type of jealousy. Because going back to, I'm seeing that card where it said wild and free, like you're a free agent. You don't, you don't just do what everyone else does. And that really bothers someone because they don't have you're in the cojones, they don't have the balls, they don't have the gall, they don't have the gumption to do whatever it is that you do. And that's their problem. It's not your problem at all. Yeah. So that's what I have for you. We're about to go. Thank you, Aquarius. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, right? And we're about to go ahead and move on to Gemini and see what the messages are for Gemini. If you have Gemini in your chart, you may want to stick around. Some of those messages may be for you, or if you just want to hear my voice or, show your love and support, please do so. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to Gemini. Trying to make sure that we clean all of this up. Oh, hold on. I don't know if there's a way to pause this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. I'll be right back because I need to tinkle. Okay. So we are about to jump right back in and we're going to look at the energy for Gemini. I'm just going to go ahead and cleanse my hands again. And we're going to light an incense. So for the air signs, I was guided to lotus. So that's what we're using is the incense lotus. If you would like, you can be sure to make sure the volume is okay. I think so. But you can go ahead and look up Lotus and specifically look up like the spiritual meaning of Lotus and see if there are any messages for you there. But we're going to go ahead and light another one. And we're about to jump into messages for the sign of Gemini. Okay, so we're starting off with initial messages for the sign of Gemini. Just the initial energy and initial messages for the sign of Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? Messages for the sign of Gemini. Okay, so the first one, it says, stick with the people who pull the magic out of you, not the madness. I love that. So it says, notice how you feel when you're with a person. If you feel like crap, don't hang out with them. It's that straightforward, for reals. They don't have to be bad people for you to choose to not engage. Choose to not engage. It may just be your reaction to them. Even if you can't remove yourself from their presence completely, you can at least check in with that with the part of you that gets crazy and give it the love it needs. So I don't know if there's someone in your I don't want to say energy, but there's someone that you just kind of have to, you feel like you have to deal with, and they make you, I don't know, like you just don't feel good being around them. Like I don't know if I'm kind of getting the sense of like someone who argues with a person a lot. Um, I'm getting the sense of like someone receiving a phone call, and every time the phone rings and like someone looking over at the name, and it's like, oh, like they just don't make you happy. Like the thought of them doesn't make you happy. And then it's interesting, this card came in reverse, right? Because I was thinking and before I even looked down it, I was thinking like, why would you even deal with someone like that, right? And the card here, it says, stop trying to skip the effing struggle. But this is in reverse. So I'm getting the sense of like, yeah, you do need to skip the struggle. Someone feels like they have to put up with a certain behavior. But no, you don't. Like whatever reasons you're telling yourself that you have to deal with a person, I'm kind of hearing like, but do you really? Like, do you really? Like there are things that, in life, like there are obstacles and struggles and things like that. But those are things that we don't have necessarily control over. I'm getting the sense of like this, you do. You have control over something, and you need to take control of that. Nope, I just dropped something. Yeah, this one is the universe is your sugar daddy, but we're not going to keep that one. I like that card. I like the thought of that, right? And it's true. Oh, okay. So you have people aren't ignoring you. People aren't ignoring you. And then it says there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. Yeah, so I'm getting like this has something to do with like a family member, a quote unquote friends. Um, this could be co-workers for some of you guys. I mean, I don't know, but so this makes me think of like someone who's playing a game like with this ghosting energy or something like that. They're in and out. They're in and they're out. They're hot and they're cold. They're yes and they're no. Like, that song, you're in and you're out. And then it says there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. Like this is just hater energy. Like that's all I'm getting. Like someone's just a hater. Someone's jealous of something about you. And it's kind of like when they do come into your life, when they are making that phone call, um, like you feel like you have to deal with this person, but honestly I'm getting the sense of like, this person, I'm kind of seeing someone like being maniacal, and they're just like, with their hands, like ha 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 ha, like they're plotting something. But this is someone that they just don't like you, they don't like anything about you, and I don't think you know that. Like this is someone who does things intentionally to get you. That's kind of a common theme for the air signs, but this is someone who's doing something intentionally to kind of get you out of your element. That's interesting. So we're going to go ahead and look at retribution. So what's going on behind the scenes? So this has to do with like what's coming to your enemies and why. So this is about like people that are doing things behind your back, mainly like, I don't know if this has to do with this person who is kind of like whoever you think of that irritates the crap out of you. And I was actually thinking someone irritates the SHIT out of you, right? So whoever they are, and I mean, it could be multiple people, but I'm really getting a sense of like this is a specific person that just irritates the snot out of you. But you keep holding on. You think that this person has a hold on you. Some of you guys think that someone has, I'm hearing, I got a spell on you. Someone thinks that another person has a spell on them, but no, it's not that. This is like you have the freedom, the choice to not deal with them. That's interesting. Ooh. Eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. So what's coming to someone is someone's going to watch you. Number one, they're going to see you rise up the ranks. I'm kind of getting that sense, whatever that means for you. But also they're going to see you transform in the sense of like someone is trying to ruffle your feathers. There's something about being frayed, right? So someone's trying to ruffle your feathers, right? That's like part of what they're doing, and they get joy out of that. Like I'm getting someone gets like a, I don't want to say a hard on, but someone gets turned on, right? By ruffling your feathers, by ticking you off. And it's going to drive someone crazy when they no longer can get a rise out of you. Like they're gonna, at the bottom it says lost in space needing direction. Like they're not gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know where to go from there. Oh geez, these cards are coming out weird. This was just in the last reading, but it was the third card. It says overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Yeah, they're going to watch you. And I said something about that in the last one with Aquarius, but someone's going to watch you. I just said they're going to see you rise up the ranks or something like that, but they're going to watch you build up some type of wealth. You're going to have like an overflow, an abundance of wealth. And I'm also getting the sense, though, that also you're going to watch them as they kind of descend. Not that you want to watch them descend, but that's exactly what's about to happen. And this is a consequence of something that someone's been doing. That's what's headed their way. I don't know if like you guys shared a house together. Huh. You shared a house together. Someone got to keep it. I see this card completely differently than with the Aquarius reading. I'm kind of getting a sense of like if you shared a home and this person got to keep it, like I'm seeing it, like it's starting to like go down, like in shambles or something, like they can't maintain it. They're overwhelmed with, you know, like they can't maintain whatever it is that you left for them. They can't maintain it, and that's part of their consequences. Like they wanted it, right? But they didn't have what it took to maintain it. Wow. This one came out with Libra, but this was the first card for them, and it's skywriting the fates. They're about to get just something that is something that's just coming to them, something that they earned, but it's, I'm not getting this as a good thing. Someone was watching them. I'm getting the sense of like, you know, with this cloud, and I can see a face right here. I don't know, you guys probably can't see that. Oh, but it's like, oh wow. I think that was only something that I could see just now, but it's like someone, there it is again. Someone is watching them from the heavens. Someone knows what they did. Someone saw something that they did. Again, going back to this, where it's like someone, like you may feel like you have to deal with a person. I don't know if there's some un there's some sense of like loyalty, or like you feel like you know, like you have this connection to them somehow, whether this is a familial, this is a family connection, whether this is a love connection. You feel like, you know, they're a soulmate, or I mean, like you feel like, you know, I talked about someone feels like someone has a spell on them, whether whatever this connection is, like you feel like you're stuck with this person, or you're stuck dealing with this person. You can have kids with this person. You feel like you're stuck having to put up with their BS, right? And where you're doing things like you're dealing with this person out of some sense of loyalty, this person feels nothing of a sort towards you. They really are actively doing something behind the scenes. It's really like they think that they're going to bring on your downfall, and they think, I'm hearing something about, you know, throwing the rock and hiding your hand. So someone thinks that no one sees them, but I'm hearing making a list, checking it twice. Gotta find out who's naughty or nice. Yeah, they're being watched. Yeah, there's revelation at the bottom. It's going to be revealed to them that everything that they were doing behind the scenes, like I'm hearing something about digging up dirt. Someone's going to dig up their dirt. They're going to find out. It's going to be revealed to them that whatever they're doing, whatever they were doing, it's about to be revealed. I'm sorry. This is bothering me because now this, for some of you guys, so it's weird, okay? Don't judge me. But now it looks like like a fetus, like a baby. Like when you look at a sonogram, someone lied about a baby that's about to be revealed. That's about to be revealed to someone. For some of you guys, it's not for everyone, you guys. And whatever this is, someone lied about a baby and it's kept someone stuck. Like it's kept someone where they are. Like that was the purpose that it was meant to serve. But it's about to come out that I'm getting the sense of like a baby doesn't belong to someone. I've had this message before. I mean, I don't know if it was specifically with Gemini. I thought it was just maybe they were just like collective readings, but it's about to be revealed that a baby doesn't belong to someone. That could be for some of you guys that feel like you're dealing with someone like you don't have a choice. Right? I mean, that would, if you have like the mother of your child, I guess, but it's going to turn out that this person isn't the mother of your child for some of you guys. Oh gosh. For some of you guys, you're going to find out that someone is not your mother. Oh, that gives me oh, that makes my head hurt and I feel sick. And I'm sorry. I feel sad, but I feel relieved. That's weird. Getting the sense of like there's no love lost. Adaptability was at the bottom, so that's going to be like, phew, like someone's open to the possibility of someone not being their mother or someone not being their baby mother, right? Yeah, someone's going to watch you. We talked about someone's going to watch you rise up the ranks or something like that. Why? Because they were trying to keep you stuck. They were trying to keep you stuck. And as a result, whatever it was that they were doing, even if they were dealing with some type of, I'm hearing something about, do you believe in magic? So if someone were doing something with magic or something like that, yeah. They thought that it was working to keep you stuck. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a lot of green here with this one. With this overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Jeweled web. Oh, what a troubled web we receive when we conspire to deceive. What that was, I don't remember. But I'm hearing something like that. Something about a plot. I'm getting the sense of a spider trying to lure someone into their web. So this is, oh, this feels icky. I'm sorry, but like someone, I just, I said someone's gonna watch you like receive a whole lot of like an overflow of like wealth and abundance or something like that, right? And look at all this green, which makes me think of money. But I'm also getting the sense of like someone's gonna watch another person. Hearing something about the love of their life. Someone's going to meet, or something with the love of their life. There's going to be an overflow of, or an abundance of love in someone's life that another person is going to have to watch. Oh my gosh, I feel really sad. Someone's going to be really sad watching you with this money and with this love. Wow. And here we go again with lost in space, needing direction. They will not know what to do. They're not going to know what to do with this. But the reason why is because they conspired to deceive you in some way. They tried to ensnare you into some type of web. Oh, I feel sick to my stomach. Yeah. We talked about this one. I said someone's getting something that's coming to them, something that they deserve because of something that they did. But so we have hollow bone teachability. Someone didn't learn a lesson. Someone was warned about something and they did not listen. Someone was given many opportunities. Someone did something with, ew. Someone tried, for some of you guys, and this is something separate. I don't know why this is coming out for you guys, Gemini, a lot with like magic and all this weirdness. But somebody was trying to do something that had to do with, is it necromancy? Something to do with like dealing with dead. Something with a cemetery. So weird. Someone did something with that. Yeah. Treasures hidden in the shadows. That's something that's hidden for someone that's about to come out. I keep getting the sense of like something is about to be revealed. Ew. Okay, I'm just gonna say it because I'm seeing the baby again, the fetus. Like this is a, oh, I don't know if someone used, like if someone lost a baby. I'm hearing intentionally. So that makes it more of like a sacrifice. I'm sorry, but that's, I mean, I'm just gonna leave that like where it is. Let's move on. So the next part has to do with protection, things that you need to protect, and we're starting with like it's things that you just need to kind of guard, right? Oh, that almost fell to the floor. Do I keep this? And it could be like lessons or just things in your life that you need to just kind of guard, like keep tucked away, something about safekeeping. It says, well, then give it everything you've got. There, I'm getting the sense of like someone has learned or earned, but it has something to do with your discernment. And I'm kind of getting the sense of like you need to guard this because whatever this, like this has to do with a gift, with your gifts. It has something to do with your gifts, your power or your gift of discernment, and that's actually what's going to help you to reach this, whatever this status is that you're about to attain. And I'm getting the sense of like use your power of discernment. I'm kind of getting the sense of like someone who likes to invest in certain things, and it's going to bring you a lot of financial wealth and abundance, but it's like choose. And you guys, I'm just going to say like I don't know anything about like investments and stuff like that, but I'm just getting the sense of like whoever you are, again, use your discernment because obviously you've earned it and you've learned about it. But okay, I'm just going to say it, but it's like use your power of discernment with whatever these investments are. I'm getting that really strong, and then just go, like, go for it. Just go for it. Obviously, don't put yourself in the poorhouse, right? I mean, I don't know what this is about, but you need to go all in, so to speak. And I'm gonna repeat again, that doesn't mean go to the poorhouse, putting all your money in something, because I don't know anything about that stuff. Read the disclaimer. But because I'm just really getting strongly like there's going to be some things that you're about to invest in or you feel like you should invest in, and I'm getting the sense of like, yeah, you're right, now go for it, like really, really go for it. And you need to, obviously you need to guard those investments. Yeah, with this overflow, it says choose your friends carefully, and it's over here with this overflow, and it's making me think like I just feel the need to say everybody's not your friend. Everyone is not your friend. Someone is using that term like too loosely. Everyone is not your friend. I'm looking at workmates and acquaintances. Someone needs to know the difference. That's a lesson that you've learned or a session. That's funny. I don't know if some, whatever, never mind. But that's a lesson that you've learned or a lesson that you're about to learn or a lesson that you should have learned. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't mean burn bridges, but it just means like keeping a mental note. I'm, I'm seeing like the sense, it's like the sense of someone like check marks, like yay, nay, you know what you can trust certain people in, but and all, but I'm going back to this with the struggle, like thinking that you have to stick it out with certain people that get you out of your element, right? If those people don't, like if you're hanging out with certain, I just can't even get this out. What is wrong? It's like if you're hanging out with certain people and like your bank account starts to dry up, like they're not worth it. You can burn that bridge. I'm sorry. Like just their mere presence, their energy just like does something like just to I'm getting the sense of like someone getting like becoming impotent, like you know what I mean, like they just turn you all the way off, like they, like that's not a keeper, like let them go. I'm just gonna keep going because I can just, I don't know. Yeah, don't let your ego get in the way and take the long view. I'm getting the sense of like, you know, like I don't know if I'm hearing like that's my story and I'm sticking to it, right? Like that's something that you believe and you're just gonna stick to it, but um you're seeing like something, you're looking at something from the short term, right? You're seeing like, I don't know, you're not looking at the long-term aspect, the long-term possible consequences of something, the long-term, it's something to do with that. Hmm. I don't know. Something that you need to just like protect, you need to protect this part of your life. This has something to do with like you are a leader. You were designed, you were born to be a leader. That's not something that you're meant to give up. Hmm. At the bottom, it had reason over power, and I'm getting this. That's too many. I'm getting the sense of like someone needs to remember why they do certain things, and whatever you did, like you did things because it was, I'm hearing, for the love of money. Someone was really into like power, authority, money, and you kind of let it get away, like your why, you let that get away from you. Hmm. So you learned a lesson. You went through something and you learned a lesson about that. I'm hearing he who giveth can take it away or something like that. So like some things were taken away from you and you're having to do it again, but it's like, but you should have learned some certain lesson. And it has something to do with like there's some, you're expected to behave in a certain way. Okay. Friendships, it says nurture your friendships. But again, that's over here by this choose your friends carefully, right? So those people that truly are your friends, those people that do pull the magic out of you, those are the relationships that you're meant to nurture. I'm getting the sense of like someone, like if you are giving equal time, or like you're giving a lot of time or energy to anyone and everyone because you're calling anyone and everyone your friend, they're not. You need to nurture the people, like the relationships and the friendships of people who you can tell that they want the best for you. They make you want to be a better person. Those are the people that you are meant to invest your time, your love, and your energy into. Anyone else, you need to let that go. If you're dealing with people that all they do is take from you, you need to. It's not to say that you have to cut them out completely. At the bottom it says evolution, not revolution. This is part of your journey. It's part of something that you were supposed to learn or that you are learning. But if they're always calling and you're always giving to them, but they're not necessarily giving to you, there's something about the law of reciprocity. Someone needs to look that up. Those are not your people. Choose your friends carefully. You may feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything, so what's the harm in it? There is harm in it. You're not looking at the long term. It has something to do with like it's kind of like I'm getting the sense of like a huge, like this bank account, right? I'm hearing, let me stop. There's ringing in my right ear. I just saw, I was seeing red. Has something to do with someone's security. Yeah. So hold on. Gemini. Vultures. Okay. So sorry, but that was like a message that came in, and sometimes I try to like not, like there's a difference between channeling and just like I'm a channeler and I'm a medium. So that was meant to be I mean, it was a message that was channeled, but I just didn't want to go into that mode, so I stopped it. But I still listened to the actual message, and it had something to do with vultures. Um, I'm trying to think because I wanted a nicer way to say it, because what was about to come out, you guys, was not a pretty picture. And speaking of pictures, I'm starting to kind of see or feel the picture, if that makes sense. But it has something to do with like going back to the choose your friends carefully. I was saying something about like not everyone is your friend, and it does matter. Like you're not looking at the long-term damage of what's being done by you spending your time needlessly with certain people out of ego, out of some unfounded sense of loyalty or something like that. And I feel it's like those vultures, when you see those animals on the side of the road and those vultures are pecking at it, and I'm getting the sense of someone pecking out your, I don't want to say, someone peck, like a vulture pecking out the victim, like the eyes, right? So you can't see, you don't see the damage that's being done, pecking out the eyes. And the flesh, I'm sorry, it's really gruesome, you guys, but peeling away of the flesh, which is, our skin is meant to be a protection, right? So by indulging or engaging with certain people, they are not only taking away, it's like they're taking away your power of discernment. You cannot see, you cannot see, you cannot see. And they're removing your layer of protection. They're exposing you. They're exposing you. Oh gosh, to powers unknown and unseen with the human eye, leaving you for dead. Someone is trying to sacrifice you. It's weird. I'm sorry. I'm going to move on because I don't like that energy. And I don't like, no one can sacrifice you. I'm sorry. Keep your cool. It's not a big deal, you guys. I'm getting out of that energy. Keep your cool. But that's something that you're meant to protect. I knew I didn't like the energy when everything was, there's so much about like some type of weird witchcraft or, you know, whatever. And look at this over, like here we are by this hollow bone, right? You have the power to control, like you have free will, you have the power. And that's part of why you are not meant to deal with people who bring the madness out of you. Yeah. So we have what you are supposed to, you're supposed to work on something in silence. It says use the knowledge of others. You're meant to do some type of research or some type of study. You're supposed to study something, do some type of research. But keep whatever you learn to yourself. This was offer your foe a golden bridge, but that didn't come out. So no. I don't know if you're thinking about offering a golden bridge or something to a foe, but don't do it. Unless that comes out, we're not even going to look at it. But it says treat others as you want them to treat you. I'm hearing something about tit for tat. It's not exactly what that card means. But with this, I'm looking at the nurture your friendship. So we're talking about people that really are, truly are your friends. When it's, I'm hearing, you have a friend indeed. You have a friend in me. Yeah, so if you have someone that really is a true friend, like these are the people that warrant, that deserve more of your time and attention. Your true friends. And I'm getting the sense of like, when you are truly giving your time and attention to someone, you want them to do the same for you. You want them to pay attention to you, to dedicate a set amount. I don't know. This has something to do with like, it's going back to like someone giving out, like trying to give everyone time, but it's like at the expense of your true friends, your true friendship, your true relationships, or something like that. You're going to lose out on some people if you continue doing that. Yeah, we have offer an olive branch. What is it? And that's funny. It's under keep your cool, and it says, if you keep your temper, it's most likely that you will that they will keep theirs. If a fight breaks out, keep your temper. Keep your temper anyway. Fighting does not end fighting. Like, keep your anger to yourself, honestly. Like, if you don't appreciate how someone treats you or some, I'm really getting the sense of like, it doesn't even matter to share that. I'm getting back to this, whoever you're struggling to keep some type of relationship with, it doesn't even serve you to talk to them about Like, I'm getting the sense of like boundaries being overstepped. Like, they already know that they're doing it. They're doing it intentionally. So don't, like, just keep your silence. That's what I'm getting. You need to, with this knowledge, this research that you're doing, you need to keep that to yourself, because there's something that, like, you need time to process this information. You need time to process that information without other people's interpretation, is what I'm getting. Jeez. Oh my God, all of this is this. You can't be friends with everyone. Gemini, like, I know I might have sounded harsh with what I was saying with these friend things, but all of this is coming out. Look at this. Choose your friends carefully. Nurture your friendships. We talked about real friends here. Treat others as you want them to treat you. And then we have, you can't be friends with everyone. And look at this. It says turn enemies into friends, and it's reversed. That's a no. That's a negative. So I'm getting the sense of like, back to someone again needs to look at something about reciprocity, but whoever, like these people that are not bringing out the best in you, they don't deserve your time, your attention, or anything like that, whatever. So we're just going to leave that at that. And then this one where it says offer an olive branch, and it talks about keeping your temper. I said, like, don't even share your anger with whoever this person is. Like, they're intentionally trying to get you upset, and you don't see that, and you're trying to make a friend out of someone who doesn't really want to be your friend. This person is your enemy. Stop trying to turn them into your friend. Don't even work on that concept of frenemy. It says know yourself and know your partner. You know something's off with this person. Jeez, I don't know. We're going to wrap this up. So let's look at things to let go and just what doesn't serve you. What are we let? Okay, let go. It says I can change my thoughts. You're trying to change. Trying to change. No, you're not trying to change. You're not trying to change something. Like, you want to hold on to this value that you have, like whatever you were taught about friendship or about relationships. At the bottom it says I release what doesn't serve me. That way of thinking, whatever this is that you have, like about this relationship, this partnership, this friend, quote unquote friendship, that's not really a friendship. It's not serving you, and you need to let that go. I don't know why, but I feel a little frustrated. Like, it says, I trust in divine timing, and you need to let go. It's like you think that with time and, I don't know, like you're going to teach someone, you're going to train someone or something like that. Let it go. Like that, it says, I trust in divine timing. Like, you think like one day this person is going to wake up and have an epiphany. This person, I don't know why I feel this, but someone is, I don't want to say out to get you, but yeah, like they don't like you. This is for someone. I don't know, like someone's not getting it. You need to let that go. They're not going to change. Looking at that lead by example, it doesn't matter how much you show them like what it means to be a friend, they're not going to change. This one fell to the floor, so I'm not going to deal with it. It's like you're not seeing something. It says I am perceptive. You're not seeing something when it comes to this person or this group or whatever this is. I'm good enough. Yeah. With this I am good enough, I'm sorry, but I'm hearing like you're too good. Like, you think like you're good enough. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you think that this makes you a good person, but you're too good to deal. I don't know. You're too good to deal with something or with someone. And you don't quite understand that you really do deserve people that, you know, back to stick with the people who pull the magic out of you. What doesn't serve you? What does not serve Gemini? Oh my gosh. I feel so frustrated, Gemini. I'm so sorry. But it says I'm a healer. And yeah, okay, you're a healer, but you can't, like, it's not your responsibility to heal and change everyone. Like, they have to want it. I'm getting really frustrated with that. That doesn't serve you to try to heal people that don't want healing. I mean, be open to, like, if they come to you and they ask for your assistance and they ask for your help, they genuinely do that, like, not you trying to force it on them, then yeah, by all means, maintain, like, keep an open heart. But we're talking about someone that, like, they're doing things. I'm still getting that vulture pecking at someone. This doesn't serve you. It's it's kind of like I'm getting the sense of, like, the more that you do this, the more that it eats away at your soul. That's, they're taking away your layer of protection. Remember, we talked about the skin. I know that that's really, like, it sounds really creepy or vulgar or whatever, but like, that's what you need to know. And it's not meant to be anything scary or anything, because you have the right and the ability to just let that, like, release that person or that energy or whatever this is. It says I am, and I'm really just getting the sense of, like, someone who feels like you have to, I'm just, I'm sorry, but I'm hearing something about Christian values, and there's nothing wrong with that. And until and it harms you, right? Because I'm getting the sense of, like, someone feeling like they have to continue for people and give people opportunities over and over and turn all of these cheeks, because they feel like that's what makes them worthy as a person, as a human being. But it doesn't. You were born worthy. You don't have to do anything extra to earn, is what I'm hearing. You already have it. You already have it. I am a creator. Some of you don't know that. You're not realizing that, and you're not embracing that. We have low battery, so I'm gonna speed this up because you're the last one. Yeah, and then we have I surrender. Notice it didn't come upright. Someone's trying not to surrender. Like, you're teeter-tottering between the two, and you need to learn how to surrender. You need to learn when to surrender, when to let certain things go. You need to just, it does not serve you. It's like you're just floating with your head above the water, right? But that's not, like, you're not here to just float. You're not here to just tread water, right? At the bottom it says I'm blessed. You are, like, you just don't understand. Someone doesn't understand how truly blessed they really are. Like, the favor that you hold, someone doesn't understand that. Someone is still holding on to some concept of, like, they have to earn God's favor. You are blessed because you are blessed. Because you are blessed. You don't have to earn a spot for being worthy. You already are. And we're going to go ahead and look at your final message, Gemini. I'm sorry if I'm a little, if that frustrates me. I don't know. Oh my. Deservingness. Like, what are we talking about here? It says, you are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. And that's it. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So I hope that this message was helpful for you and really for anyone. Please be sure to like, comment, um, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. I love you so much and have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching.